Hey everyone, Sean Dinner here from the Peterson Real Estate Team with a quick update. Once again, if you saw my last video, I talked about average prices and days on market, number of transactions, and that's all well and good, and you'll see that in the media anyways. However, this information is what we're dealing with every day behind the scenes. And these are the conversations we're having with buyers and sellers. So let's dive right into it. So if we look at the past 90 days, we know mid-March, March 15th, they came out with the lockdown announcement, quarantine, social distancing. So obviously things took a bit of a hit slightly after. Now, you'll notice it didn't go down completely to zero. You'll also notice a slight gradual increase as things start to open up, people become more comfortable, they have the protective equipment, and as well as virtual showings starting to be more and more popular. These dips are every Sunday. People are taking a day off, which is great. This is a little closer look at May specifically, the amount of showings, offers, MLS exclusive solds. Obviously, you can't really tell, they're all jumbled together there, but we'll get a bit into that. So this is end of April versus end of May. So the same week, month over month. Clear as mud. So let's take a look at the numbers. Showings were up almost 95%. Offers registered over 94. New MLS listings up almost 50%. New exclusives, and just like the last time I did this is very interesting. New exclusives up almost 70%, and with solds up 95% month over month. So a great indication that there is a lot of activity happening in the market and a lot of activity about to happen. So with exclusives, those are home sellers that are preparing their home to hit the public MLS. Maybe a few of those will stay exclusive, but I highly doubt it. Now, it's interesting because most sellers have the same idea. This is why the spring market is so crazy with listings and activity, because everyone wants to hit the market and get the most amount of money for their home. However, this could potentially backfire. Again, I don't have a crystal ball, so this is all from opinion and experience. And it's economics 101. If you have more supply with less demand, the prices have to come down. It only makes sense. Now, what we saw with COVID is the amount of supply, the amount of listings, and the buyer demand were essentially level. So that is why prices held steady, and in fact, they actually went up. They are up 3% versus this time last year, and I believe it was up over 4.5% since last month on average across the entire GTA. So what could happen? Like I mentioned, the market gets flooded with inventory, and sellers, it's going to kind of backfire because they won't be able to get that price they were hoping for once the market has started to settle. Now, of course, they could stay steady or they could go up. If a bunch of buyers, again, flood the market and you have more buyers than there are listings. We're not sure what's going to happen. What we do know is the time to buy or the time to sell is when you need to and when you're ready. When you play the game, you're going to get burned, okay? So keep that in mind. And this past slide is just, or the last slide is just looking at this week versus last week, so week over week. Showings up over 20%, offers registered almost 27%, new MLS listings 11.6%, new exclusives this week were up 36.5% and solds up over 34%. So again, a very good indication. There's more showings, more offers, new listings hitting the market every day, and of course causing more properties to sell. So there you have it. Any questions, concerns, comments, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to help answer any of your questions. And the most important point I want to get across is there is a lot more activity happening. For those looking for the absolute, best deal out there, so is everyone else. And what happens is there's going to be more and more buyers enter the market as more listings enter the market, and we will, in my opinion, continue to see prices increase. Could this change tomorrow? 100%. Like I said, I don't have a crystal ball, but this is what the data is telling us. All right, so let me know. Send me a message, your comments, questions, concerns, and I'll be happy to help. Thank you so much for sticking around to watch this entire video, and I hope to hear from you soon.